County Live is brought to you in part by the Madison County Health Department, protecting, promoting, and improving the health of our community. The all-new Chevy Silverado, now available at Jack Burford Chevrolet and always available at jackburford.com. And by Twine Market and Design on 3rd Street in Richmond. And by kymedia.net, digital media services from top-of-the-line video production to live streaming services.
Welcome back, folks. We are thrilled to have our friend Jill Williams, who is the owner of the boutique at Merle Norman, as well as this year's 2020 PACA Ball Chairwoman. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, Jill.
Thanks, Colleen.
It's so great to see you
here.
Nice to have you.
So I know that PACA made an exciting announcement this week, but perhaps you can catch everyone up on what this time has been like and what you've been navigating during this time.
You know, it's like everyone else. You just continue to persevere, and you make decisions you never thought you would make, and go in directions you never thought you would go, and you learn a lot along the way, of course. And you know, back in April, when we were in the midst of the quarantine, and you know, we made the decision at the end of April, beginning of May, that we knew that it was going to be best to postpone this year's PACA Ball. And that was a very tough decision at the time because we did not know exactly where things stood or what things would look like. And our hope was, and our plan was, to be able to host a traditional PACA Ball in the fall, hoping that things looked better in terms of our entire community and in terms of the Commonwealth and the world, for that matter, on how the coronavirus was impacting everyone. And as we've moved throughout the summer, that has been our commitment all along, that we wanted to honor that legacy. I mean, this is the 49th year for the PACA Ball, so it's the longest standing tradition in Madison County, and we could not let go of that. However, as we've moved closer and into the fall, and we have seen what things look like, we knew that we had to transition to what would not be traditional. And so this week, on the following the governor's new recommendations to keep things at 10 people or less, we made the decision to do individualized family junior hostess presentations. And then we will put together an awesome video, and we will have a watch party the following week. So we're gonna record everything on the 22nd of August, and then we're gonna have an awesome watch party on the 29th. So everybody can tune in, whether you have ever been to the PACA Ball or not. You can tune in and see what the junior hostess presentation is about. And we're gonna be able to do that at the amazing Linwood Estate. Wow. And so there are a lot of natural ties for PACA to the Linwood Estate, and so we're super excited about that. It's, you know, one of those properties that not a lot of people have been able to visit, and so everybody's going to kind of get a little sneak peek of that too, so we're pretty excited about that.
Cool. That'll be awesome, Jill, because that's a great location. It's almost like a English countryside setting. It'll be awesome.
It is, and for those of you who haven't ever, if you've never been there, it is absolutely breathtaking. But it was the original estate of Patty A. Clay and Brutus Clay, and she had it built for Brutus. So, you know, it is the Patty A. Clay Auxiliary is what PACA stands for. So there's some obvious historical connection there, and Brian and Melissa Tipton, who own the property, have been so gracious, and it's breathtaking. And so for many years, the PACA Ball was at Whitehall. At the state park, and people loved it, and that was such a tradition in this community. And for a lot of reasons, it's been moved indoors, it's been moved to other venues over the years, and so that legacy of going back to the Patty A. Clay estate, I think, is really special in a time where there's a lot of there's a lot of concern and worry, and there's a lot of non-traditional things, but kind of going back to your roots sometimes is a humbling experience. And that's kind of what we thought. And if we could make this special, there's nothing that can make it more special than that.
That's awesome.
Jill, can you tell us a little bit more about the Junior Hostess program and how this benefits the community, especially how the Patty A. Clay Auxiliary benefits our community?
Absolutely. You know, the Junior Hostess program has been around, like I said, for 49 years, 24, I don't know what I'm thinking, 49 years. And it is about teaching young women about philanthropy, and it's about teaching them how to serve their community. And it's about them getting to know people outside of their normal circles. And most importantly, during this pandemic, it's been more important than ever, because these girls have learned so much about themselves, and they've learned so much about community. And while this has not been an ideal situation, it's been a great opportunity to teach them about people and giving back. And so throughout, they established the group generally around September or October. And so they work for about 9 months doing different community service projects. I mean, they pack food at God's Outreach. They have an etiquette lesson where they go to Boone Tavern and do a 4-course etiquette meal.
Wow.
And this year they did some non-traditional things during quarantine, because normally there's things that they do and we just couldn't pull that off. But this year they made care baskets and signs for hospital staff at Baptist Health Richmond, in order to show them how much the healthcare team is appreciated during this time. And so I have never been more impressed with a group of young ladies who really have taken what was supposed to be like this really fun, special time and really made the best and see the bigger picture. Wow. When we talked to the group, when we first decided to postpone, they were totally understanding, and they were worried about the community and being safe, and they had no self-centered, like, I'm missing out on this big moment, which is what we all thought how they would feel. But we were so pleasantly surprised, and I think that speaks to their maturity and their community servants' heart at large, that and that's what we want to impress upon them.
Cool.
That's fantastic, Jill. So for more information on this year's virtual experience, where can folks go?
Absolutely. The best place is to visit the Patty A. Clay Auxiliary, or PACA, Facebook page. And so there's information and an event set up there, so you can even plan to attend the watch party and event. When we do the recording, of course, it'll be that'll be a completely private event, so folks won't be able to tune into that or visit or see it or anything of that nature. But at 6 p.m. on the 29th of August, you'll be able to tune into the PACA Facebook page, and they can watch everything as it happens normally. And so we're excited about being able, for people who've never been to the ball, to kind of see that piece of it and get excited and understand how PACA supports our community. And they've given more than $1.3 million to the local hospital for renovations and equipment over the years. And so this year will be a little different. There still is an opportunity to give for those of you who may feel compelled to give, but you can see a little bit more about what it's about and about giving back to our community.
That's awesome, Jill. I mean, it's going to be a great event. That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah. In a time that is unpredictable, we're pretty excited about being able to come up with a way to make something so traditional happen.
Wow.
And I think that is the legacy that we want to leave. After 49 years, you can't just let a year pass. You got to do something, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
This is a time to be creative, and you and your team have certainly done that. Right. So, Jill, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Thank you to everyone that is making this happen, and congratulations and thanks once again to our junior hostesses.
Thank you all.
All right, folks, we'll be right back.